Ever met someone who's so chill, so collected? Then boom, out of nowhere, they hit you with the raw truth. Well, baby, that's exactly what just went down between Kimmi and Marsau. Scott never saw it coming, not for the longest time. Marsau Scott's always had the rep of being the smooth talker on Love and Marriage, Huntsville. But underneath that polished charm, fans have been clocking the subtle ways he manipulates and deflects, especially when things start getting real. Now, on the flip side of that storm, there's Kimmi. She's usually the one bringing reason into the chaos, keeping folks grounded amidst the cast drama. But just because someone's quiet doesn't mean they're not paying attention. And Kimmi? She's been seeing everything. The tension between her and Marsau Scott has been simmering for a minute. It didn't just show up out of thin air. Viewers who've been watching closely have picked up on the small cues, especially in group scenes where Marsau would take over the convo and push his agenda, often making others seem like they didn't know what they were talking about. Marsau had been brushing off Kimmi's input, not just in the group discussions, but even in personal conversations. There were moments where she'd be trying to voice real concerns, and Marsau would either crack jokes to deflect or spin it to make himself seem like either the victim or the genius in the room. Anytime Kimmi tried to speak her truth, Marsau would meet her with sarcasm or that condescending tone. But then came the breaking point. Marsau allegedly made a comment that crossed a serious line, during a moment that wasn't even meant to be that heavy. He downplayed Kimmi's experience battling cancer. And for Kimmi, who's been going through a tough, real-life health fight, all while still showing up for her family and the show with grace, that cut deep. Marsau hides behind that charm and clever talk to dodge taking any real accountability. He spins the convo in circles, making folks feel like they're the issue. And baby, the moment that footage aired, social media exploded. This wasn't gossip, this was evidence. That clip hit the screen and instantly became one of the season's most rewatched moments. It was all laid out. The vibes, the energy, the build-up, and then the blow-up. It kicked off during a group conversation where emotions were already boiling. Marsau threw out a remark about emotional sensitivity, something along the lines of, "Feelings don't always equal facts." But it wasn't just what he said. It was how he said it. That's when Kimmi cut him off. She told him point blank that he constantly minimizes how people feel and uses his intellect as a weapon to shut them down. What do you think Kimmi meant with that mic drop moment? Sound off in the comments. Let's get into it.